My name is Caleb. I'll be a digital marketing trainer for this program. So it's nice to meet each and every one of you and everyone else that would be watching this stream. So whether you're connected live or if you're seeing this later, I'm still glad to meet you. So feel free to drop your questions, whether or not you're watching live, you're joining live with us. All right. So if you have any experience with digital marketing, that's good, very good and beautiful. All right, but we'll take this from the scratch so that everybody gets to participate with us, and it's actually going to be very, very amazing. All right, very, very amazing. So welcome to CPF Academy. We just step straight into business today. This introduction to digital marketing. But before I go now to ask a general question, does anyone already have a basic knowledge about digital marketing before now? Like maybe you've done one other course somewhere, you've had an understanding about digital marketing. Feel free, just let me know. Is there anyone like that? Okay, I'll assume nobody. So let's go on then. This could be very interactive. If you have a question, feel free to raise a hand. Then or drop a message. So if it's something I feel I should pause to answer, then I'll definitely pause to answer it. If it's something we'll wait till the question, when it's time to have your questions asked and answered, then we'll do that. But your questions should not be ignored, all right? And as long as you drop it in the community there, it will definitely be answered. So this introduction to digital marketing, I want to confirm one more time. Can I be heard clearly? Hello? Bukola, if you can hear me, just drop a message. I've seen your response on the group chat. That's good. But can you hear me clearly, please? Hello?
Yes, but I think your line was really breaking. I don't know. Maybe it's from my end.
Okay, if you have issues hearing and it's breaking, also indicate so that we can look into resolving that from our end here. All right. But if it's good now, then we go ahead. So we'll talk about digital marketing. Now, first of all, let me introduce this. I already said my name is Caleb. Feel free to cut me short, just drop your questions and to be answered. It should be very interactive. We are friends, right? A friendly setting, still maintaining respect culture for each other, because that's something that's big at Simply Academy. So marketing is a word on its own, actually, that stands on its own outside of digital marketing. So as you can see here, it's circled kind of. So even without the word digital, marketing is a word that can exist by itself. All right. So digital marketing is just one of the many forms of marketing. Marketing has its own definition. So to properly understand digital marketing, I like to first of all explain what marketing is. Then we'll not talk about digital marketing. All right, because there are actually different forms of marketing. So other forms of marketing can include print, radio, television, all right, and all those stuffs. And I've dropped a link here in case you want to you want to explore to find out other channels of marketing, how those other channels can be. All right, that's still fine because this PDF should be shared and you would get it. So I like going through the external resources links that is pasted in the material, even though we don't go through everything. Just click, and so you can have an idea of what is in the external resources, even while we are still in class. So I think I'll share my browser screen so you get to see this as well. So remember, I'm still trying to explain that there are other forms of marketing. So this is the resource. This is where the link, that's in the material. It's so this is just a reference for other forms of marketing. So This is an article by Asana. You should take your time to read it through. We'll not go through everything in detail, but it's just added to the material you should get. So there are several other forms of marketing. We will not delve too deep like we are reading this now in the class, but if you want to, you can go through this by yourself. So we have B2C marketing. Yes, you should get the materials after class. That's answering Bukola's question. So we have B2C marketing, we have B2B marketing. Now, this is not to confuse your head early, early, because I know some persons are new to this thing, so we try to take it gradually. So for the different types of marketing we're actually talking about maybe print marketing, um, telemarketing, and then, for example, radio marketing, television marketing. Those ones are not digital marketing. You get when, and if you're not Nigerian and you keep hearing you get, don't worry. It simply means, hope you understand. Okay, so, and if, so aside from digital marketing, for example, if you watch TV, you could just see there's a popular TV series, Big Brother Nigeria, BB Nigeria. So, for example, you're watching BB Nigeria, for example, and a brand is advertising their products. Okay, that's telemarketing. You are seeing media marketing. You are seeing it on your television. You are hearing something on the radio. That's also marketing, but that's not digital marketing. So, digital marketing is a branch of marketing, or not necessarily a branch, but a form, a type of marketing. So it's good that I open these different types of marketing. Later, you go through this article by yourself, so you get to read through if you want to delve deeper and just get to learn about different forms of different types of marketing. But I want to talk about these two words now. So anytime you see B2C marketing, I'm not really explaining what it means now, but since I'm welcoming you into the marketing field, at the end of this program, you are going to become a digital marketing specialist, a specialized digital marketer. So there are terms you should be familiar with in the industry. All right. So one of them is B2C. B2C means business to customer. So it's good that I opened this so you get to use the opportunity to just learn what this means. B2C means business to customer marketing. All right. So that's when a business is selling directly to a customer, to single what would call retail retail marketing. All right. B2B, anytime you see B2B marketing, it talks about business to business. So a business that is selling to other businesses. All right. It's not just maybe a single a customer. Sometimes a business can also be B2B and B2C. But we would not to go into too much depth or details about those ones now. Those are not the different types of markets now I'm actually talking about. I think I should take this off the screen now so it doesn't get confusing. All right. So the kind of marketing, different form of marketing, I think that should be clear. Other forms of marketing I was talking about is the print, radio, television, just to explain to us all, to you that can hear me, that digital marketing is one of the forms of marketing. And marketing is an old word that has been existing before digital marketing came to join the party. There have been other forms of marketing existing. And there are several things that make digital marketing amazing. All right, so that makes it stand out from other types of marketing or other forms of marketing. Can I still be heard? In case at any point you stop hearing me, drop a message. All right, feel free to drop a message to the community stating you can't hear me. So, what makes digital marketing more interesting than other forms of marketing? Before I go ahead to explain that, I would like to drop a disclaimer that one form of marketing it's not given to replace another. All right. There are some that could be better for different types of businesses. All right. But it doesn't necessarily mean it has to replace the other. So the fact that business is running digital marketing doesn't mean you can also do print marketing. All right. Doesn't mean you cannot print brochures or flyers or banners around. All right. So don't feel like both of them are competing with each other. So people think, people think in the marketing space, let me quickly add this too. In the marketing space, people have different opinions about things. That's one thing you observe about the industry. People have different views on how things should work. So it's not really So somebody could tell you that this is what marketing is. Somebody could define marketing or define branding as something, and someone else could define it as something else. All right. There is no general accepted definition or standard definitions, or although there are definitions that respected bodies have given for marketing, but still it's a very subjective industry. All right. People have their own best practices for carrying things out. Somebody can say this is the best way to do this. Someone else could say, I think this is the best way to do this in some, for some kind of things, not in everything. And it's fine. So you find out that the industry in itself is subjective. So I could share some things with you here, and you find out that some person, if you go and make your own research, some persons may not necessarily, in fact, for some things, some person may not necessarily agree with what is being said. So persons would agree, but will not present it using the exact same words that is being used here at Simple Academy. And it's fine. Very, very cool because it's subjective, in the industry based on what works for you. But I'll just give you advice. For now, you stick to your instructor. Um, of course, you encourage research. You have to explore to be good at anything you do. We also drop resources and other links throughout the materials. You would also see other references here. But I'm just saying it now. Why did I have to point that out? Some people like to come in without competitive mindsets, especially in the digital marketing space. All right. Some people say content is king, content creators is king. It's not about targeting. Some of these terms are new to you, but I believe as you go on, you get to understand them. Some will be like content creation is king. It's about your content. Why? While the people that are more into, the digital marketing specialists are more into targeting your ads. All right. In case you understand what that means, you understand later. But for now, you can just enjoy the gist of story. They will come and be like, no, targeting is king. Content is queen. They are dragging king and queen title. But the thing you should understand early that I'm teaching right now is to learn not to come into that competitive mindset, but learn how things complement each other. All right. If you start if you start if you start trying to strive, or that strife feeling or strife nature where people they want to go to the extreme and just stay in one corner and just hold on to that one and feel this is it, this is the king, or this one should replace another. That's not how it works. Your results would be very diminished. All right, so you get lower results than expected. Lower results than expected, and it's good. I saw a reaction. Feel free to drop your reactions so in the community. So you get lower results than expected. The good thing, the secret in marketing is when you learn to complement, not just digital marketing, but marketing in general. Learning to complement, learning where both streams meet each other. So don't start jumping to say print marketing is king or digital. Of course, is the parts that you belong that you don't want to hear. Say digital marketing is the main thing. We are the king. Print marketing is queen, or the children or slaves in the palace, whatever you want to term them. But no, learn to. You are not striving with anybody. You are not competing with each other. The people that get the most results, all right, that make the most out, make the most. And if you are thinking global reputation, which is what we are for here at Simple Academy, you don't just want to serve a local space. Where you get the most results is when you begin to learn that perfect blend, all right, of learning how they complement each other. So all this explanation, I had to come this far because I was pointing out that one form of marketing is not necessarily given to replace another. All right, there could be a brand could have a need to invest in multiple forms of marketing at the same time. And if you are employed to work as a marketing specialist or maybe be in charge of marketing overall in that company, you have to be wise enough to know and not to be biased to tilt to one aspect. Some could be more rewarding at there are times where, as you go through over with experience, you will learn when to pull back from some and when to just invest in only one and when to just complement each other. That's common sense from the general knowledge would let you know. So with that being said, let's even define marketing. Let's go further and define marketing. Marketing is the act of communicating your values. Your offers to a target audience with a desired goal and outcome. All right. So when you're communicating your values, your offers, your product, and your services, all right, to a target audience with a desired goal/outcome. what you are doing is marketing. Um, with that being said, I would make some emphasis on the desired goal slash outcome because the desired goal slash outcome is not always specific. Okay, so there's no need to explain what communicating your offer means, right? So because we'll go in depth in that over time, all right? But then, but then, so it will just be telling people about your product, service. Let me put that in layman's term before we have another class where we delve deep into communicating with your target audience. So, but then, when you communicate with your target audience, in case you don't understand what target audience means, target audience, let me quickly drop a definition for that. Simply means the audience interested in your service or your offer, what you have to offer. So people they are offering is not their value. What they have to deliver is not their. It's not a product. It's not or it's not a product. It could be a service. It may not even be a product or their service. It could just be their own personal brands. All right. So let me take this list. If you observe, there are several things here. There are several things here. We have marketing is the act of communicating your values. All right. So what are your values? This thing has to be clear. So if you say values, I want to be sure you understand values in this context, like what we mean here by values is the same thing with what we mean by offers. So your values here simply means the things that you have to offer. So in this context, in this scenario, so what you have to offer, that would be what we are talking about right now, actually. So so what you have to offer. So let's say for someone selling cheese balls, a brand, or you have a shop, a cosmetic business. Okay, and you train people, or let's say you own a beauty, all the ladies call it, you do makeup. Okay, you do makeup, and then uh, there should be a name for this service. But let's just say beauty service. You make people up. All right, that's the only term that is in my mind right now. So you get people to come, then you make them up, you design their faces. That's what you offer. That's your service. That's one of the value. Let's say you also have another value or another offer. You train people on how to do the same thing. So aside from that service of doing makeup, you also offer training on, on making people up. So you have to be clear about what your offers are. All right. Your offers, you list them out, clearly stated. These are the things I offer. These are my income streams. These are the things that can generate money for me as a business. All right. So you have to be very specific about these things. This is one of the things you will learn on time. Specifically stating your values. That's one. Number two is actually when we talk about marketing, when you're marketing them one at a time. Now, we'll not delve too much because we are not getting intense into the whole class right now. Please, can you still hear me? Let me get a confirmation from Glory from Bukola via a message. If you can hear me, just drop a message. And if you can hear me clearly, yes, thank you. So, yeah, thank you. So, being specific about your values or the offers you give helps you clearly state your marketing, your revenue channels, all right? The things that are bringing in money for you as a business. This is a little deviating, but there's a reason why I have to delve into this now. Okay, bringing in money for you as a business, you list them down. Then when we go about marketing anything, all right, we're emphasizing on this. The offer has to be clearly listed. So you have to know which offer you are marketing, which offer you are communicating. You are trying to communicate to a target audience. Because if you are not clear about your offer, you are already failing in marketing. So if people understand the definition of marketing itself, it will increase the chance of success of marketing. So the first thing, be clear about your offers. Be clear about what you are offering. So using that makeup as an example, number one, for that person, the revenue stream is the service as a makeup artist. Number two, for example, for this particular, figure, or this imaginary example we are using, is the training for makeup. Okay, so you give the service, you give that service, and then you do the training. So when you're marketing, you go about marketing them one after the other, because the target audience for those two revenue channels could be different. They are actually different. All right. So the next thing is explain what target audience means, which is what started, why I had to do all the um beautiful examples to begin with. I don't think thread would have been a good combo, yeah. All right. So, but nonetheless, I'll just paint that here to indicate what I'm talking about. So, for the target audience, after you've listed out your offer, your target audience is the people most likely to buy your products, people that will be interested, that are most likely to be interested in that particular offer. So you see why you have to be specific about your offer before you now jump about, you know, the target audience. So, for example, imagine a person trying to sell baby food. You sell baby food, and you're trying to market your adverts to a primary six, or a child that's still in secondary school, an 18-year-old boy that is in SS3 or that is in the university. No matter how hard you try to convince that person that your baby food product is the best in town, that guy is not interested. He's not even married. He does not even have a job. He's still probably, you know, doing it full exuberance, having, for most, having girlfriend up and down, all right, or focusing on his studies, because let's be positive, all right, focusing on his or her studies. So that person is not your target audience. It's not your ideal customer for baby food, all right. So every product or every service or every offer has the kind of people that be interested in patronizing that offer. So if you are trying to, one mistake people don't have is not identifying their target audience. If you're trying to if you're trying to sell, let's say you're trying to sell dog food, you sell, or let's say fish food. All right, that's your business. You sell fish food. If you're selling fish food, your target audience are people that have fish farm. All right. If you, no matter how hard you try to convince, you cannot convince somebody that raised dog, maybe a dog owner, to buy fish food. It's not your target audience. It does not even have a fish farm. All he does is, the best thing is that he could go to the market to buy fish, and that's just it. But then for him to buy fish food, you'll be like, am I a fish? Why will I be eating fish food? So the first thing is to be clear about your offer. Then based on your offer, you find out, you make a research, you find out your target audience. All right. So who are the people that be interested in doing my makeup? Depending on your area could affect, say, okay, women between the age of maybe 20 to 25, or 25 to, or 22 to 30, or 22 to 45. Being very specific with your target audience. So then your target audience for this particular example. Now I want to be sure that I'm not confusing your minds yet. If not about if you are hearing me, but if you're still understanding, like if you are following, please indicate. Just let me know I'm following, drop a reaction. All right. It's not about hearing me now, about if you're understanding what is being said. All right. If you're understanding. And if you are not, feel free to drop a message too. Okay, that's good. So, okay, you're following, but you don't understand yet. I believe you understand soon. If you do have a question, just note it down, because note it down, drop it down in the community. It will be attended to. All right, drop your question down, Glory, in the community. And maybe because you joined in late, but still drop your questions down. So your target audience a target audience for somebody that does makeup. Let's say a woman, like the example we've been working with all the while. A woman has a makeup, a makeup place, a beauty store where she offers makeup services, beauty services to people, and she also trains people. to be able to do the same thing. I specified earlier that you have to clearly state out your services, state out your revenue streams. When it comes to marketing, you have to be very clear, so you separate them. You separate the act of offering that service, making people up, from the act of actually training people. When you want to market, this is when you want to market. If you want to jumble the whole capital, the whole profits together, that's fine. I'm not telling you about how to run your business. I'm just telling you about how to do marketing. Then, when you clearly list out your offers, what you do is you now have to identify the target audience for each of those offers. Because even though it's the same business, a business could have different services, and those different services that single or that same particular business may have different target audience associated to them. So I was given the example of a woman that does makeup, makeup service, and also train people on how to do makeup. So the target audience for people that want to do makeup for their own self, right? And the target audience for people that want to learn how to do makeup could be different. You may find out that the age brackets for the people that want to learn makeup is younger than the age brackets for people that actually want to do makeup for their face. I've not done the research on this, but you could explore and get to find more about this by yourself. That's just what I'm talking about. So with that being said, I think we're done. Just want to explain what target audience actually means. What target audience actually means. So I hope with delving deeper, I've been able to clearly understand. I've been able to clearly explain rather what stating out your offers is and what's your target audience, what target audience means. Now, communicating your offers is a different thing. Understanding what your offer is and being able to communicate it rightly are two different things. Now, after understanding your offers, communicating your offer to your target audience is something else. That's another class we'll have later. That's why I'm not touching it right now. We'll have a different class for that. And yes, Glory, it's good to know that you understand now. All right. So, but at least to be clear, just want to be clear that you understand what I mean by your offers or your values. That's one. We'll talk about communicating them later, but at least you understand your offers. Then you understand what target audience is. So marketing is the act of communicating your values or your offers to a target audience with a desired goal/outcome. So we'll talk about the communicating parts later, but we've actually explained the values, the offers, the target audience. Now, what's left is yes, that's also a good and true definition, Bukola. So now we'll talk about the part of the desired goal/outcome. So everybody think that the goal or outcome for every business could be sales. No, but that's not always it. For some people, their offer is not actually a product they are selling. So let's say an influencer or a celebrity, she doesn't necessarily have the influencer that is trying to build a brand. You are trying to become a personal influencer. You don't have a product you are selling. All right, at the moment, maybe this influencer doesn't have a product he or she is selling. All right, you are just trying to build your reputation. So what you are trying when you're marketing, you're not necessarily your desired goal or outcome is not a sale initially to begin with. Right? It's not a sale to begin with. Now here's what I mean. Most influencers get their money by by advertising for other brands or other businesses. Or let's say for someone that is a model, for example, a model, or not even models now, someone that is just an influencer. Let's stick with the influencer example. I think that explains this better. All right. So they get their money when other brands reach out to them and say, hey, you have so number of followers or so number of people following you. Please, can you help us post our business on your social media pages or become an ambassador of our business or talk about our business on your social media handles. So they are not necessarily selling products. What they do is they build a following. All right, they build a following, and then because of that following, other brands can now leverage on their following. All right, if the brand believes that the people following this person is our target audience, then you can reach out to this person and say, "Can you talk about our products? Can you talk about our service?" You know, and then they pay the person. So for an influencer that is trying to grow online or trying to use marketing to improve his reach, what his own desired goal is not money or come and buy. He doesn't have something he's trying to sell to them at that point. He's just saying his own desired goal is to maybe have more followers. Not maybe, is to have increased followership. So a desired goal or desired outcome may not necessarily be come and buy to make sales instantly. But for a brand, sometimes, most times, a brand's goal is in marketing is come and buy. When running a campaign, a marketing campaign could be come and buy, just want to make money, direct sales. Sometimes a brand's goal could be more following, want more people to know about us, could be more reach, could be more engagement. So the desired goal slash outcome is, you know, could be different based on the person marketing. I hope that is clear so far. So if it is, just drop a message. So far we've been on the definition of marketing all this while, and just for the fun of it, I have to complete my painting so it looks beautiful to my online participants. um, that should be all for now. Please let's know if we successfully cross this milestone together. If you actually understand um, what marketing is. Like I said, this is a very subjective industry. So it doesn't mean that this is standard definition. This is just simply an academic definition to help you understand better. We'll drop other references so you could, there are more complex definitions and other people have their opinions on how marketing should be defined. All right, because this is simply academic material. Okay, beautiful. So let's jump. Since we now understand marketing, we spent so much time explaining what marketing is, all right? And we still have a lot to cover in this class. We have to really wrap up things. So, so digital marketing is the use of online channels, right, in carrying out marketing. Okay, digital marketing is the use of online channels in carrying out marketing. And then, because of that, we move on. So, what is and what is not digital marketing? So, we already established from the beginning of the class that there are different forms of marketing. If you do remember, there are different forms of marketing. So, when we say digital marketing is, let me go back to that so you see, digital marketing is use of online channels in carrying out marketing. So, for digital marketing, anytime you use online platforms to do marketing, what we said marketing is. Remember, we already said what marketing is. All right, this is what marketing is: the act of communicating your values, products to a target audience. This is basically digital marketing actually, because it's only digital marketing that helps you do this right. Other forms of marketing do not really help you achieve this definition of marketing well, because other forms of marketing you cannot really determine who gets to see your adverts. Yes, non-physical, that's online channels, if that's what you're asking. So marketing, so for example, let's say you print a banner, your banner, you hang it, you're using a billboard. A billboard is communicating your value to a target audience, right? But then with a desired goal slash outcome, that's the message on that billboard. You are trying to communicate your values to a target audience with desired goal and outcome. That's also marketing. But digital marketing can do it better in the sense that you can control who sees your adverts for digital marketing. You can try to make sure only people that are close to your target audience gets to see your ad, compared to something like a billboard or a television marketing where if you are not in control of who gets to watch the TV at a particular time. You cannot say um once this advert comes on TV, a child that is maybe 6 years old or 8 year old should go blind until after the advert is over, or somebody that is not in your target audience should go blind until after your no. Anybody that is watching the TV at that point to be able to see it. And then you've made payments. You don't know whether the people watching it at that point in time would all be people interested in what you have to offer, or would all be in your or would all be a part of your target audience. That's what I mean. But with digital marketing, you have a more better chance of making sure that the people that see your ad are part of your target audience. That's one of the things that makes digital marketing better and stand out from other forms of marketing. Even though this is also, other forms of marketing can try to do this, but digital marketing does it better. And I speak also as, with my bias as a digital marketer. All right. So I just love marketing. Now, this digital marketing is now when you use online channels, all right, in carrying out marketing. That's what we say digital marketing is. So, what is and what is not online digital marketing? Digital marketing, so let me ask a question now, based on our definition so far. So, if I print posters, okay, if a brand prints posters, if I print posters and maybe have to put them in strategic locations all over my area, is that digital marketing? Would that be considered as digital marketing? I want to get your feedback. Should that be considered as digital marketing? So if I just print posters and hang them, just paste them around, would that be digital marketing based on our definition of what digital marketing is? All right, I'm not getting any response yet. Okay. Class is kind of because people who needed to get back. So if I hang posters and paste it around, would that be considered as digital marketing? Let me see what Glory thinks. I remember, it's free to try because I think Glory was typing something. All right. Um, just post. Nobody's marking scripts like. Answering question helps you really understand. Helps you to know what is in your mind and then know where to come in. Right. So actually, to just save time. Um. Okay. So I was asking if using posters to advertise would be considered as digital marketing or using billboards. All right. So based on our definition of marketing is when you use online, based on our definition of digital marketing is when you use online channels, online channels, online channels. So if you know what online means, online has to do with, the internet. That's what it means here, being online, being connected to something that requires um, logging in data using an online channel. So if it's not an online channel, then it cannot be considered as digital marketing, but it is still marketing. So I was trying to explain that there are different forms of marketing. Okay, different forms of marketing. So first of all, let's go back a little. First of all, explain that there are different forms of marketing. That marketing stands on its own. All right, actually does stand on its own. And digital marketing is just one of the many forms of marketing. Then we define what marketing is. This is marketing. Marketing is not the same as digital marketing. All right, you can use billboards, you can use radio, you can use television to do marketing, to try to do marketing. But there is digital marketing. All right. So digital marketing is when we make use of online channels in carrying out marketing. It's good as you answer this question so that we can just solidify knowledge. All right, strengthen help correct where it needs to be corrected in your assumptions. So digital marketing is use of digital slash online channels in carrying out marketing. So the answer to that would be no. Using hanging posters, pasting posters is not digital marketing, even though it could be that even though it is marketing, it's a form of marketing. So marketing is not the same as digital marketing. Digital marketing is only a form, all right, like we stated here, is one of the many forms of marketing. So so back to so I think that's clear. Yeah, well done. Welcome. This is why we're learning this, right? So digital marketing is the use of online channels in carrying out marketing. So back to this, what is and what is not digital marketing. I think we should be clear on this. But on another emphasis, I only explained, I made an explanation using what makes digital marketing better than other forms of marketing is that for this one, you can be more specific about your target audience. It doesn't mean digital marketing is the only form of marketing or the only way you can accomplish marketing. No, it's only one of the many forms of marketing. Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay, so one more question. So what if I pay a TV station to talk about my brand? I give them a jingle and tell them to put my jingle. Jingle is those kind of, in case you know what jingle is, maybe just an advert, maybe something that has voiceover on it, somebody talking about my business. Just give a TV station to talk about my business, talk about Simply Up Academy, and then they're talking about Simply Up Academy in the jingle. What would you consider that? And I pay TV station to put that jingle so they are on their TV station. They're talking about Simply Up Academy on their TV. Would that be considered as digital marketing? Let me get feed. So Gloria has given me a feedback. I'm yet to hear from Bukola. So let me show you got the question. So I paid a TV station to talk about my products, my jingle. Would that be considered digital marketing? No, that would not be considered digital marketing because digital marketing is the use of online channels in carrying out marketing, and that's not part of the online channels. Now, so to get it right, let's actually talk about the channels of digital marketing. All right, that was just that's not part of it. All right, and again, remember I gave an example. I said for TV, you cannot even be specific about the target audience. That should have given you an expo or a hint for TV marketing. But for digital marketing, the advantage of digital marketing is that you can be more specific about the target audience, about the people that see your ad. But for TV, I remember I gave an example that if you use TV marketing, for example, you cannot really be specific about the people that get to see your ads. There's no way to make sure that it's only your target audience that sees that advert to get the most out of your money. But for digital marketing, you can be more specific about the people that get to see your ads. All right. Godwin Chirere, um, um, I want to call her in. So, so back to before I got distracted. So, there's someone outside that's not in the class. All right, so I think I've responded and I'll leave her. She's joined in already. That's good, Ventura. So, um, so back to what I was explaining. All right, so marketing with. I remember I gave that distinction to say marketing with the normal TV marketing. It cannot really, ensure that only your target audience gets to see it, but digital marketing gives you that better chance. All right, gives you that better chance. Oh, she dropped. All right. So let's go ahead. Yeah, you can always yes, of course, TV is digital, okay. So I'm responding to Glory's question. Okay, TV is digital. Okay, using TV should have been considered digital marketing. Well, it is not actually. It is not one of the it is not one of the it's not one of the online marketing channels. So let's go ahead to show you the online channels. And again, I gave you a tip for online channel, like something that has to do with internet service through the internet. Right? TV is not through the internet. All right, you just need to have your cable subscription on for TV, but a cable subscription is different from the internet. Digital marketing can also, we can also call it internet marketing because the digital platforms that we are talking about here are the ones that actually, that makes use of we'll see them, the mixtures of internet platforms. So let's see the various channels of some of the channels of digital marketing or channels actually that exist for digital marketing. But I hope we've been able to set that contrast between marketing in general and digital marketing. I hope we've been able to do that. Let me know what you think. And I believe so actually. And hope you understand that digital marketing leverages on. So if you understand marketing well, you'll be able to do digital marketing well. So digital marketing actually stands upon the definition of marketing, is a form of marketing. So it's still the same concept, the same understanding of marketing that will just apply to digital marketing. So it doesn't mean this definition now becomes useless because so no, actually, so this same thing, this is the same procedure we now put into practice, into practical. We want to start doing digital marketing, but just that the form of marketing, the form we use is now the internet approach. So we are still learning marketing, but the marketing, the form of marketing, the type of marketing we are learning is digital marketing. So we'll not necessarily talk about media buying. Media buying is a type of marketing. For example, maybe buying slot on TV stations, billboards. No, that's not what this course is about. This course is to train you to be a digital marketing specialist. So you're being a marketing specialist, but the form of marketing you're focusing on is digital marketing. How to carry out this beautiful definition here, everything we've said here, communicating your values, your offers, your products, your services to a target audience with a desired goal slash outcome online through the internet. That's what digital marketing is about. Okay. Um, so I don't know. Let me confirm again. Let's go through. Hope you're clear. Hope you are clear. Yeah, well done, Glory. And then digital marketing channels. So that the various channels of digital marketing that we do have. So the first one to talk about is search engine optimization, SEO. So when we want to carry out marketing in the online way, so when we talk about online marketing, that's the same thing, or digital marketing, or I dare say internet marketing. They are all the same thing. We're not talking about online marketing, digital marketing, internet marketing. there are several ways to go about it. So even just like the same way there are different forms of marketing, just like the same way there are different forms of marketing, how you have different ways to go about marketing, and digital marketing is just one of the forms. Just that's the same way under digital marketing, there are different ways to carry out. There are different channels for doing digital marketing. One of them is SEO. And as you go through your career, for those that are trying to build a career, whether you're trying to apply this to your business, whatever you're applying to do, some people choose to pick and specialize in one area. All right. The people choose to just choose one area and then become a master in that field and venture other areas. While some marketing experts try to uh, learn all areas and see how they complement them together in achieving the best results for their own businesses or for their clients' businesses. So one of the many channels of digital marketing is search engine optimization, what we call search engine optimization. All right, SEO. In case you've heard what SEO, you've heard that word SEO. That's what SEO means, search engine optimization. So let's begin with what the search is. Right, search engine optimization. Um, a search engine, like you can see on your screens, a search engine is a software program that helps people find the information they are looking for online using words. Yeah, it says keywords actually, using keywords or phrases. Keywords is the right term. Search engines are able to return results quickly, even with millions of websites online, by scanning the internet continuously and indexing every page they find. So, a search engine is a software program that helps people find the information they are looking for online using keywords or phrases. So, there are actually different kind of search engines. You have Google. All right. So let me quickly take you guys off this and share something else so you get to see. Um, so remember one time I opened an article for you on my browser. Now I'm going to go back to my browser so you can see. So Google is one of the major search engines we have. So a search engine is where you can just quickly go, you can just quickly go get an information that help people find the information they are looking for online. And the most popular one is Google. So who is the owner? Who is the richest man in the world? So now I'm getting an information. So I'm using this search engine to get. So there are several search engines, and we have Bing. Aside from, there's a reason why I'm putting this live instead of just telling you the name, so that you can have that real life experience in them. All right, Bing.com. Google is not the only search engine. In case you've been thinking Google is the only search engine that exists, there's Microsoft Bing. So, who is the richest man in the world? And all of them kind of you know, have something in common. That is, they all have a search bar, all right, somewhere for you to search in. So I just paste this, who is the richest man in the world. But the thing is that for some of them, they have similar appearances, all right. So this we also have DuckDuckGo.